Kazakhstan continues to prepare to Expo 2017. Preparatory work for the International Specialized Exhibition is conducted according to schedule. Moreover, it is referred not only to construction of exhibition complexes, but also to various events dedicated to this large-scale exhibition. They were conducted during 2014 and today in program Expo 2017 about the most interesting of them.
Conference Expo 2017 Energy for Sustainable Development and panel sessions on the alternative energy industries became the most significant events of the 7th Astana Economic Forum. The event was organized by national company Astana Expo 2017, Association of Legal Entities, Coalition for Green Economy and Development of G Global, Center for the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, Konrad Adenauer Foundation, and Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific. The delegates and guests of the forum discussed the opportunities and difficulties of the transition to sustainable energy future, readiness of the infrastructure for the inculcation of the principles of the Third Industrial Revolution, the ecological aspects of renewable energy sources, in particular their impact on the society and on the environment, and issues of the transition to green economy.
Есть Davos, как вы знаете, но это Davos, это там только.
There are economic forums in Davos, but these are only for influential managers. Here in Astana, we receive not only managers, but also ordinary people. It is very important to have such composition of the visitors, including public figures, politicians, economists, Nobel Prize laureates and others, as well as common citizens of Kazakhstan and other countries. The latter can discuss very important issues of today's world with so-called aces of science and economics. It was very important to us that owing to this forum, we could invite the leading speakers, some of whom had direct experience in the organization of Expo exhibitions in Shanghai, Hanover and Zaragoza. We were able to receive first-hand warnings about possible organizational shortcomings that need to be taken into account and a number of useful recommendations. They expressed wide envy that we had enough preparation time. Future energy is the future of our universe. Our everyday food and air consumption, our life and work patterns are inextricably linked to energy consumption. That is why the future of energy depends not only on the search for renewable energy, but also on the kind of lifestyle that we choose. Within the frameworks of the Astana Economic Forum, prospects and problems of the development of alternative energy sources were discussed not for the first time. The national and international communities pay increasing attention to the future energy. The speakers noted that owing to its uniqueness, Kazakhstan offers a combination of the nomadic heritage, vast energy resources, and great agricultural potential to ensure the most innovative solutions to the global energy challenge at the upcoming exhibition Astana Expo 2017.
Я уже несколько раз был на форуме на Astana, это уже третий раз я на форуме.
This is the third time I am attending the forum. It is a very important event for the field of renewable energy. We need to raise the international awareness of the global energy challenges. That is why Kazakhstan initiated this economic forum.
Потому что Казахстан под этими экономическими форумами все-таки ведущий.
The participants highlighted the educational role of Expo exhibitions for innovation and international scientific and technical cooperation, relevance of the topic future energy for solving global problems, as well as features and advances of Expo 2017. Representatives of other states shared their achievements in the field of green technology. The speakers provided examples of green construction and sustainable urban planning, world experience of future cities and eco-settlements, smart grids initiative of creating a global electro-energy system, clean transport and appropriate technologies for sustainable lifestyles and reducing consumption.
Today in the program about attracting volunteers to participate in organization and holding of Expo 2017. Preparation of the exhibition Expo Future Energy requires careful consideration of every detail. Every person that participates in organization of the event is important, and some of these people are willing to selflessly give their efforts and work. Here we talk about volunteers. Volunteer in Latin means voluntarily. That is a person who performs any public work quite selflessly at his own will. Today, there are a lot of volunteers. People from 14 to 90 years have joined the voluntary movement, and scope of their activities can be absolutely different: nursing, physical work, and assistance in organization of major events. Today, volunteering is actively developing in Astana either. There is a national volunteer network, and there are a lot of different organizations that train volunteers. A striking example is the Youth Resource Center Astana Jastara. The center was created at the request of the head of the state in February 2014. But in this seemingly short period of time, the organization managed to recruit and train a large number of volunteers.
Основные функции – это его развитие волонтерской деятельности, вообще всестороннее развитие каждого молодого человека. Это и организация досуга, самореализация, профориентационной работы, содействие в трудоустройстве и, конечно, волонтерская деятельность. На сегодняшний день
Basic functions is development of volunteer activities, all-around development of each young person. This is leisure, self-realization, career guidance, assistance in employment, and of course, volunteer activities. Today, number of events have been carried out. We have already some results. Most of these carried out events were connected with volunteer activities in the field of career guidance of young people. In the field of employment promotion among young people, here we talk about the choice of profession, leisure activities, and provision of legal and psychological assistance to young people. Today, just over the last 6 months, there are certain results, and at the end of the year, we will summarize them. And next year, we will have to set a higher bar for both organization of events and organization of work of the center itself. So therefore, we will annually improve work of the center, and I think that the Youth Resource Center of Astana will become kind of hub between young people and issues that are addressed in this center.
Молодежный ресурсный центр города Астаны станет таким своеобразным хабом между молодежью и именно тех проблем, которые решает этот центр.
It is planned to involve all the volunteer potential at EXPO in Astana. Today, accepting of applications for volunteer activities in the framework of the upcoming exhibition has been announced, and anyone can try himself in this way. The Youth Resource Center plans to recruit and train about 5,000 volunteers for the exhibition. Employees of Astana Jastara actively explore international experience, especially in the area of training of volunteers, in particular for the EXPO. Also, possibility of participation of international volunteers is being discussed. Issues of functional responsibilities and their distribution among volunteers are under development.
Это опять-таки еще на стадии разработки, да, допустим, там есть волонтеры, которые, допустим, будут отвечать.
This issue is again still in development stage. There are volunteers who, for example, will be responsible for diplomatic missions that will be directly involved in work inside the pavilion. If I'm not mistaken, 105 countries will take part at the exhibition, and our volunteer will be assigned for each country. In addition, there will be volunteers, guides who will accompany visitors and exhibitors within the city and tell about the city. Such works are being done today, and closer to the time, all will be more specified, and everyone will work in his own appropriate direction.
И каждый будет уже работать в своем направлении.
The fact that anyone may become a volunteer at the EXPO, regardless of age and gender, plays an important role. Kazakhstan trainers with international experience will be involved in preparation of volunteers, and every volunteer will be taught English according to a certain program. Herewith, there is no rigid criteria for selection of candidates, as work of anyone who sincerely wants to contribute to development of the state and the city is important.
Волонтер – это призвание, мы никого не можем ограничивать, любой человек может стать волонтером. У нас на сайте есть определенная форма заявки, есть телефоны, есть работают социальные сети.
Volunteer is a vocation. We cannot restrict anyone. Any person may become a volunteer. There is a certain form of application on our site. There are phones, social networks, our phones. Our doors are always open. Anyone can become a volunteer and take an active part in the city's national and other events. Volunteer, it must be, first of all, a patriot of his country and city, to treat everybody equally. That is, a volunteer must be a person who has a vocation, to be useful, to do something good for benefit of public, motherland, for benefit of his city, his family, his relatives. I think that volunteer shall be, above all, a patriot of his country.
Хочет совершить какое-то дело на благо обществу, да, на благо Родины, на благо своему городу, своей семье, своим близким. Я вот так думаю. Волонтер, он должен быть прежде всего патриотом своей страны.
Based on studying the experience of previous host countries that conducted Expo exhibitions, professional volunteers will be involved in Astana exhibition, who will be able to serve activities at the highest level. Such tasks today are set by the Youth Resource Center Astana Jastara. To be a volunteer today is commendable and even trendy. Today, all over the world, people of different age, gender, and profession are working selflessly. Organization and holding of the Expo 2017 in Astana will require a considerable manpower, and volunteers play an important role in it.